Hello, welcome to the 700 Club. 40 world leaders marched in Paris on Sunday, leading more than 1 million people in a rally against terror. Today, the rally's over and countries around the world are stepping up security. France has deployed 10,000 troops across the country, just as ISIS called for more attacks on the West, including here in America. Dale Hurd has that story.
Just days after Muslim terrorists killed 17 people in Paris, ISIS is calling on jihadists in the West to strike again. In a message posted on Twitter, the terror group urges radical Muslims to strike the soldiers, strike their police, security, and intelligence members.
That environment is still one that gives me great concern, especially those who we identify as lone wolves.
Republican Senator Richard Burr, chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, calls it a war on civilization and says events like the Charlie Hebdo massacre could become weekly occurrences.
The thing that worries me the most right now is the buzz on social media, whether it comes from a specific group like ISIS or whether it's just on the chat rooms. The target is to just go out and kill law enforcement and other officials.
Senator Dianne Feinstein went further, saying there are terrorist sleeper cells hiding in Europe and America, waiting to be activated to commit more attacks like the ones in France last week. The new threat comes as more than 1 million people took to the streets of Paris Sunday and millions more in other cities in a show of unity and defiance against terrorism. The rally cry, "I am Charlie," honoring those killed in the attacks on the satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo and a kosher grocery. French President Francois Hollande led world leaders arm in arm, including Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. A crowd this large, not seen since the liberation of Paris in World War II.
Not afraid. We are not afraid.
We have to be here in the memory of these people, innocent people.
Attorney General Eric Holder was in Paris but did not attend the Unity March. The White House was slammed for not having a single high-ranking official at the event. The Obama administration did announce it will hold a global summit on countering violent extremism next month. But in the announcement, the White House failed to mention anything about radical Islam, which was the motivation behind the Paris attacks. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
In other news, the investigators in the AirAsia crash have made a major breakthrough today. Ephraim Graham has that story from the CBN newsroom. Ephraim?
Terry, investigators are likely to discover what caused that AirAsia plane to plummet into the Java Sea 2 weeks ago, killing all 168 people on board. The plane's black boxes have been found. One has been recovered and sent to Jakarta, Indonesia for analysis. The other is still embedded in the plane's wreckage, but is expected to be retrieved soon. Officials say it's going to take 2 weeks to retrieve all the information in the black boxes. That information includes what the pilot said and what the plane did in the moments just before the crash. Wintry weather is wreaking havoc on roads around the country today, but snow is not the biggest problem. It's ice, with dozens of accidents across the South and the Midwest.
We got down the road at 4 o'clock last night, and there was just cars everywhere in the ditch.
Ice is much more treacherous. Snow, it's a lot easier seen, a lot easier treated. Ice is not.
The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory from St. Louis to southern New England. President Obama is looking for new laws from Congress on electronic privacy. He's asking for a law that would require businesses to inform customers within 30 days if their information has been hacked. The legislation would also make it a crime to sell customers' identities overseas. He will also ask lawmakers to pass a bill that would forbid companies from selling student data to third parties and from using information collected in school for targeted advertising. And those are your latest headlines. More of the 700 Club is coming up right after this.